What are some other states that have pension problems?
Well, New Jersey, its pensions are only 44% funded, and they passed a pension reform law, but that's a subject of litigation right now because while the employees, took cuts and higher retirement ages, Governor Christie did not live up to his side of the bargain, and he didn't make full pension payments as he was required. So now that's in court.
In court ruling on Friday, the Illinois Supreme Court voted unanimously to strike down a law passed in December of 2013 that was meant to rescue the state's pension system. For more about the implications of that decision and what it could signal for other states, we're joined now from Chicago by Karen Parag. She has been covering this story for Reuters. So bring us up to speed here. If somebody wasn't paying attention to what the law was in 2013, what did it try to do?
Well, the law was aimed at trying to ease Illinois' $105 billion unfunded pension liability and also to lower the annual amount of money that Illinois has to pay towards pensions every year. And Illinois has had a structural budget deficit for decades, and it was having a very hard time trying to come up with money to pay for essential state services.
At the time, the legislature said this is an emergency, a fiscal emergency. They need to act. It's almost like putting out a fire. They took certain steps like increasing the retirement age, suspending cost of living adjustments. So what did the Supreme Court or what did the state court say to those arguments? Why did it find this unconstitutional?
The high court basically said that, Illinois it was a prefabricated emergency, that Illinois could have done things. It could have raised taxes. It could have extended the amortization period for the pensions. And it also pointed out that, hey, if it's an emergency for this situation, will the state call emergencies for other situations and violate other parts of the Constitution?
And so are other states watching what happens and what has been happening over the last couple of years?
Well, I think so, but you have to look at each state's, special circumstances. Illinois' Constitution is pretty ironclad. It says that, public workers have a contractual right and their pension benefits cannot be impaired or diminished. And one of the only other states that has the exact same wording is New York State. And actually, Illinois copied its wording from New York. And New York has dealt with its problems by setting up, different tiers for pensions. So, in a particular year, new hires will get, a less generous pension as time moves on.
So put this in perspective. How bad is Illinois' pension problem compared to other states in the country?
Illinois' pensions are only about 43% funded. So compared to all the other states, it has the worst funded pension system.
So what are some other states that have pension problems?
Well, New Jersey, its pensions are only 44% funded, and they passed a pension reform law, but that's a subject of litigation right now because while the employees, took cuts and higher retirement ages, Governor Christie did not live up to his side of the bargain, and he didn't make full pension payments as he was required. So now that's in court. In California, back in 2012, they did pass, some initial pension reforms, and now the former mayor of San Jose is trying to put an initiative on the ballot that would, make further reforms to pensions in that state.
What does Illinois plan to do now that the courts have weighed in?
Well, we have a new governor here in Illinois who, is an untested politician. It's his first, turn in government. He was a venture capitalist, and he wants to put forth his own plan, which would be to freeze the current workers' benefits where they are right now and then move them going forward into a less generous pension plan.
All right, Karen Parag, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.